Next part. This is kind of a new one, and it's actually I've had really positive feedback about identifying IEDs before they blow up your deal. Alright, what are IEDs? I'm sure everybody's heard it on the news. Improvised explosive device. It's intended to surprise attack and blow up everything around it. Alright, so you as agents, I figured if I equip the front line of defense with all this, you can help me stop it, because nothing pisses me off more than seeing veterans getting taken advantage of by these big national box vendors that wear headsets and are very veteran friendly. And they spend more money on their marketing than they do on training their LOs. All right, so here, this is an actual client that I had. Came over to me after talking to one of these big box vendors. All right, here's your first sign. What happens? I can call one of these places right now, put on speakerphone, give my social security number, my date of birth, and my name. What they're doing, they're going to run my credit and ask me how much money I make if I meet the minimum FICO score. All right, I make $500,000 a year. Right, so they will send this over to me in 20 minutes. This exact same letter, and tell me I'm pre-qualified for $400,000. Okay. They're very crafty at not saying you're pre-approved, but the veteran thinks that they are. So they come into your office and they're like, I got my pre-approval letter, right? Anybody know the difference between pre-approval and pre-qualification? Pre-approval is where you actually verify the income, it's pre-underwritten, it's run through DU. Pre-qualification is pretty much stated, right? You just have the minimum FICO score, so on and so forth, right? So pre-approval is from me, from Mitch, and probably from Brian, is no shit. We verified all their income, how much money they make, and we have, obviously we can't control our van purchase, during the transaction. I mean, that happens all the time. It's a deal of a lifetime. Well, no shit.
It better be if you're not buying a house.
Yeah. Believe it or not, our van runs the same freaking deal every month. Now that you're under contract, you suck it. Right? So, can't control that, but I know without a doubt 95% of the time if this deal falls apart, it's not going to be on our end. Alright? So, this right here, pre-qualification, is what I was given to him. He thought he was pre-approved. Alright? So, yeah, I thought I turned it on myself, but I might have not. I don't remember. So, sales price, $200,000. Loan amount, $192,850. All right, 3.875 market rate. Please note the market rate. All right, loan origination fee of 1%. That's a big deal. Okay, that 1% loan origination fee goes directly to the lender. Right, and I'll get into why that screws us all over here locally in probably a half an hour. All right. Discount points. Why in the Sam hell are your discount points in the top 8 of your fees that you're going to charge this veteran? All right, everybody know what discount points are? Buying down your rate, your market rate, right? Okay. And VA funding fee of 1.5%. So that means that this veteran is putting down a down payment. Okay. So the IED that always blows up the convoy is the one that you don't see, right? They actually have to still verify income and assets. They haven't seen that shit. That's what blows the deals up all the time. Okay? So this is just some more stuff that doesn't really matter. But here is an estimate of closing costs. So your upfront costs, right? Upfront cost estimation, $11,923 for this veteran. This is what this veteran is thinking he's bringing cash to close. This is his taxes and insurance. Okay? Here's the itemized list of taxes and insurance. Yes, I added all these up. It equals $11,923. Do you see down payment here? Right? Down payment's up there. You have to add a $10,000 down payment to this $11,000. So if the veteran thinks he's bringing $11,923 to the table, you still have to add in that $10,000. So now it's up to $21,000. Okay? By the time that I got this veteran I ran his credit and everything. The lowest rate that I could go without charging him any points, 4.875, so 1 full point higher. These bastards tease our veterans with this rate. That's why it says market rate. They're giving them top tier credit pricing. All right. So if this veteran wants to go back down to this rate, he has to pay a discount point. That's why they're so high. Okay. So in order to get him down to the 3.875, I had to charge the veteran $9,000. So that 11,923 cash to close now is approaching $30,000. And that's where these assholes screw over our veterans. Really makes me mad. So, yes, you have a question?
Who's one of the assholes?
Derek.
Is it Quickens?
That's one of them.
Because I'm in the middle of a Quicken VA right now.
That's one of them.
So I used to work
I like
at
it.
By the way, I used to work at Quicken, and there's a reason I don't work there anymore.
Oh.
And here's an example why. So my buddy is my former roommate. He bought a house, and this is very, very common. Brad, you can attest to this, probably you too. When you're a veteran, what these companies do a lot of times is through the same features and functions that a title company might use, they can tell what loan type you have on your mortgage. So they might send you, and they know exactly how to do this, a flyer that says 3.5 in 68-point font. But then literally the smallest legal font they can legally do this, they'll write, it'll cost you 3 discount points to do this. Now my friend's house was a $300,000 house, and this rate was not even better than his current rate that he had with his mortgage. So they don't know your rate. They're just guessing. So for a lot of veterans, they'll say 3.5, or they'll say first month's skip a payment, which is not true. It's just, accounted for differently. But what happens is that veterans will look at this and they won't have an advocate on their side, and they'll say, well, I mean, that's pretty cool that we get to skip payment, but they don't do the math that does it make sense to pay $10,000 to skip 1 month's of payment if your mortgage payment is $1,100 a month? But the people that work at Quicken are so ruthless when it comes to the sales side that it's like blood in the water, and there are a whole bunch of sharks. So that's why I don't work there anymore, because I wasn't okay with victimizing people that didn't deserve to be victimized, and that's their entire model, is convincing you that, hey, I know it's raining, but you're not wet. It's just, something else. So they're one of them, but then there's several, and I don't think it's based on intention, because I think companies intend to do well by veterans, but I don't think they realize the way that they do their marketing is...
Oh, they're fully aware, because there's Ginnie Mae and the VA have really cracked down on predatory lending towards veterans. All right, so there's 2 different refinance programs through the VA, one is the IRL, which is it's a rate reduction refinance loan. All right, which those are slowly going away for rates going up. But that is supposed to be a major benefit to the veteran, because honest to God, you need a pulse and to be current on your mortgage, and you can close that faster in 3 days. All right, it's super easy, which I should have been refinancing to that. But no, conventional 15-year, pay the amount. Screw you, right? That's supposed to be a benefit to the veteran. However, New Day, SunQuest, and Freedom Mortgage, all 3 of them just got kicked out of the VA program for doing this types of shit, and refinancing veterans 8 to 10 times a year with cash out, a VA cash out, high rate. 1 month later, refinance them with the IRL system, reduce their rate, but pay all the closing costs. So it was a never-ending cycle. So I actually have the lender by volume totals. I'll pull them up later. But Freedom Mortgage, it's insane to see the distance between them and the next closest person with the refinances. If they're at 42,000, the next closest is at 9. All right, so those crooks. I'm so glad that we don't have to deal with them anymore. Anyway, moving on. All right.
And I will say this too, just to kind of put a bow on anything you talk about, one of the big three is asking someone if they have a certificate of eligibility. When I worked at Quicken, I was never taught how to pull a certificate of eligibility for veterans. So I would simply just have to take somebody's word for it, and then later on in the process, a processor, underwriter, whomever would pull a COE.
Correct.
So
this never happened. This veteran right here, I needed more information when I requested a COE. I needed his DD 214. All right. So I needed it. They needed it too. All right. If I submit it, his COE is going to become active and they can pull it. So that means these guys haven't even requested it, right? And he's already under contract, right? So very important. Okay.